Hey guys, and welcome to the video. We're going to be going over in this particular video some of the concepts that we've seen on Reddit and on the Sea of Thieves forums that have sort of piqued our interest. We feel as though Sea of Thieves does need a bit more life added into the game. Don't get me wrong, they've added in a couple of pets recently, sort of parrots and all those sort of things like cats, but we feel as though there should be some more passive and also aggressive stuff going around the Sea of Thieves world, on the surface, underwater, just pretty much anywhere really. So we're going to be covering some of those in this video today. Obviously Logic's with me here, so we're going to be chatting and going through a couple of the posts, and I want to kind of hear what you guys think, and if you can, post in the comment section what you think should be added, what you'd like to see, and if you agree with some of our opinions. So that'd be great. And let's get straight into it. So what's the first thing that we've got on our agenda today?
Well, as we can see here, we are looking at a concept which was posted quite a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a while back, I think.
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Essentially the beginning of the game, right?
I think, yeah, something like that. It was quite near the start of the game.
2018?
Something like that. And even if you think about it, you know, since those 2 years, don't get me wrong, they've added quite a lot of different things. They've added in, obviously, the molten area. They've added a lot of these different sort of AI features, you know, different skeletons, different bosses, things like that. But if this is 2 years ago and we haven't seen a single shred of anything to do with this,
well, they've not even acknowledged.
It's kind of like, it's kind of like just look past it.
This guy went out of his way to make this, but I think it is about time they had something new, because
definitely.
How long did it take them to add the Ashen stuff? I don't even know.
The Ashen area took quite a while, and I mean, let's think about how dead as such it sort of became. I mean, if we go into our games and we take a look at how many people we see in the Ashen area, think about in the last couple of weeks, whenever we've gone on Sea of Thieves, how many people have you seen in the Ashen area? I think I've seen one boat, and he had a Reaper up, and that's the only reason why we knew he was there. Other than that, when we go there, there's no one in the Ashen area. It's a dead zone. No one feels as though it's worthwhile to even go there in the first place. It's just a death zone for you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't go there.
Well, I wouldn't be dead caught there. I mean, if you guys have seen our latest video that we've posted out, you know, the little funny one, I mean, you'll see the amount of clips Logic's been out there solo, and he's legit been like completely destroyed by these volcanoes, just chilling. You know, he's just climbed a ladder, boom, he's dead.
Yeah,
it's not worthwhile. But if we have a look at this sort of concept that this guy's done here, I mean, he's done the whole crazy amount of work done to. I mean, you can look at this art piece here, this first little screenshot. I mean, he's literally got an island. He's got the actual character there with the lantern. And he even goes over some of the new armor cosmetics you could even look at. I mean, look at this.
He's got a new weapon, an axe.
An axe, which is something...
This could even be used as a boarding axe.
We've even said this before. An axe would be a great addition to the game for a melee weapon. Don't get me wrong, it wouldn't be purposely used to hit someone with. We wouldn't expect it to do more damage than a sword or anything like that. We'd use it as mainly as a tool to create holes, maybe, or to take off planks off of an actual existing hole. That'd be a new way to create sort of hole and actually to sink people, is to board them and create holes on their ship from the inside rather than from the cannons. Don't get me wrong, it would require a bit of balancing. We have thought about that, because imagine if you had 4 people on your boat just creating holes with the axes. It'd be pretty mental. You would have no way to counter it, and it would probably be the best way to sink people, just by boarding with sheer numbers,
killing them, rip their planks off.
I mean, if we have a look at this sort of concept art here, I mean, if you have a look at some of the characters,
I mean,
you can see the peg leg. That is. That's crazy.
I mean, on it or something.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting, if you look at his helmet there, you can sort of see this sort of like Templar Viking sort of look with the metal gear. We wouldn't expect people to be getting metal helmets and metal gear, but the whole fur design of the outfits is really nice. I mean, you're in a snow region, you definitely need that sort of warmth. He's even got this sort of part at the top there with a full ginger
this is
assortment there of his face
without a helmet. Yeah. Obviously, you wouldn't go over the top like this, because Sea of Thieves is more of a pirate game.
It's a pirate game,
and this is Viking. I mean, I mean,
Don't
were
get me
they
wrong,
similar
But yeah,
times?
don't get me wrong. Vikings did used to sail on boats and sort of go out to sea,
Yeah, but they were kind of
it
a
wouldn't
bit.
really connect with the whole pirate theme. But like,
Nah.
let's just sort of continue downwards. I mean, if you ever look here, he's got different concepts for tattoos and face paints, and even scar. I mean, that hairstyle's pretty cool. I like that.
It is. It is. I didn't even really pay attention to this. The tattoos they could do would be quite nice, and the scars.
Oh,
You could
definitely.
imagine the curse. You could have a frostbite curse.
Frostbite curse. That would be pretty
Oh
slick.
my!
Yeah, that would
Your
be
character,
pretty nice.
like his, I don't know, his nose is
It'd be I don't know how they
glowing
would do it in the
blue.
sense
I
that
don't
maybe
know.
it would be like kind of like the Thieves Run at the moment, where instead of getting Athena stuff, you'd have to get a bunch of ice items
I
from
see.
quests, and then you get the sort of
Well, they
curse.
could.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Sea of Thieves loves to, well, Rare love to add what's it? Tall tales.
Tails,
So they
PvE
could
based stuff. They
do-
could even do a
They could
nice
what's it? Intertwine to a Tall Tale, doing new Frozen quests. Make it just
Yeah.
one huge sort of thing rather than hey, just go and do the Tall Tale 3 times and you got it. It's like
Yeah, no,
go and do
yeah,
the Tall
no.
Tale 3 times, go and
And then do
complete an
this.
Order of Souls, a Merchant, Gold Hoarder quest 100 times in the Frozen area, and just make it completely nuts.
Yeah.
That way, it shows that you've, I don't know, got some sort of prestige within the game.
Yeah, you've progressed in the Icen region. And, I mean, it'll give people something to do as well. I mean, for example, the Molten area, most of the stuff in the Molten area, you don't have to do it that many times. And you got any of the bits, cosmetics, ship cosmetics, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But I can see here he's talking about a new fact. Oh, okay. So he's basically just going over a new faction as such. So instead of there being just the main 4, he's got an additional one. Okay.
I'm just seeing here that he's got a Meg Tooth, and he's pointing towards a character, so maybe he's decorating his character.
I don't know, but here he's just basically saying that this new faction would basically be to hunt monsters. It would be purely to hunt the more like crazy mobs of the sea as such.
Well, that's
like
somewhat
that
the
would be
Hunter's
your
Call,
side.
isn't it? The
Yeah,
Hunter's Call
it's-
currently
it's
is
fishing.
strictly fishing.
Strictly fishing. So I think they kind of
They-
took the
they could just
concept
extend
of
it.
the hunter's call, yeah,
No?
but they just have to push it a bit further than that.
Yeah,
I
so
feel
if-
as though you're not really
If
rewarded.
this was
are you?
added, they could, like the Molten area, you go to the Ice area and you get
I'd say a cool thing they could do
voyages
though
to capture
is
animals.
obviously if they integrate that in and it's basically rewarding you for hunting these crazy monsters of the sea, they'd maybe implement something that kind of like maybe a compass that points you in the direction of maybe where one might be or is currently active. Kind of like Jack Sparrow's compass, where it points to the one thing that he wants most. But this would point you towards a sea creature or a sea monster that will spawn. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think that would actually be a good idea because it would also make people go towards it. They'd be interested, and if the rewards are good enough, which hopefully they would be,
Let's hope so.
you'd get a lot more PvP going on, and that would sort of. I think it
Make
would
up for
fix. It would fix the PvP issue currently,
little bit.
but I think it would
Yeah.
also stir up some heated Reddit posts
Yeah.
of people being like, "I just wanted to get the new creature, but this guy won't stop sinking me."
Well, they can kind of put up with it. Let's be real.
Yeah, like,
How much
you
more? How
just
much
get
more we
people
got
like that.
in? What we got? What we got?
I think it's like
Okay.
two
Some of
more,
the new things. See that bloody ship piece, that front ship piece, mantle, whatever you want to
that
call
looks
it.
awesome.
That is nice. That is nice.
But I don't think it fits in with the Sea of Thieves kind of.
it definitely doesn't.
thing.
It's too. I don't know how to put it. Like too
the
serious,
wolves just
too realistic.
This gives me
doesn't.
Is it Skyrim vibes? I don't know.
Kind of,
but
yeah,
this gives
something
me
like
kind of
that. Yeah,
just-
yeah, definitely. But I mean, the stuff below it, like the walrus,
like-
the seal, that's adorable. Look at that seal right there.
If I saw that seal on
that
the
is
beach,
adorable.
imagine. I would have to kill it though.
Oh, okay. Well, you're pretty savage.
No, but think about it. You see a cute little fat seal on the beach, and you just like slice him up. You get
Well, the
his
thing is,
fat, and then you can sell it to the hunters.
I mean, with the addition of some of these creatures like seals, walruses, things like that. I mean, you could have them perched up on a rock, like 'cause that's how they usually
Yeah,
are. They're in like a
yeah.
cluster of rocks area. So you could add like small clusters of rocks into the map, into the sea. We know they love adding massive bloody rocks in the ocean randomly. They're already there. I mean, the small little clusters don't hurt, and you have seals just sitting on top of them. And they just make noises as you go by. That'd be so cool.
You just sail past and all you hear is...
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It would be so good. And I mean, they've also got a different version of a shark. They've got a hammerhead shark.
Hammerhead, yeah. I feel like... Are hammerheads deadly?
Not so much. They're more docile than a great white or a normal sort of shark.
So they could just be the friendly kind of shark. But if you anger him,
if you anger him too much, he will attack you. Yeah.
If you go too close, he's coming for you.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. But you just see them sort of swimming about, doing their own thing. I mean, that would also tie into what we've said before about when it comes to adding more life into the sea. Why can't we see just lots of random passive fish? And more stuff in the sea. So like, why can't I see? So why when I go to certain areas of the map and I go under the water, it just looks like just dark, dirty water. Why can't I see like when I go into the nice bright blue water? Why can't I go under the water and see like bright coral in different colors? I think that'd be really nice.
I've got here.
It's really nice in general.
Here we go.
Like, there you go. There's one concept. Now, bear in mind, if you've watched this person on YouTube, you'll know that they did this as a sort of April 1st prank, right? But the addition of a stingray, I think would be pretty nice. If you go near it, it electrocutes you. You take damage because you'd basically be going near its sort of tail. But then it'd just be a passive thing just swimming around the water. It wouldn't come after you.
Essentially like the hammerhead shark.
But
I feel like these could be more of, they spawn around active forts, maybe?
Yeah, to maybe like create a bit of a problem around the water. Yeah,
protect the fort. I know they wouldn't be that big of an issue because you just avoid it. But it would make it hard for us to steal it. Because
definitely, because we go in the water.
If we're going up with gunpowder barrels, then...
If it hits it, if you hit that with a gunpowder barrel, you sort of blow up. But
it'd be quite annoying.
Yeah, why can't we see just tons of different coloured passive fish just swimming around?
Yeah, you go in the water and there's just
fish everywhere.
It's just a fish. You just got a fish there.
Yeah, and they're just swimming about. I know obviously it can create some more FPS problems, but I'm sure they can work a way around it. It shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Just checking my mic was still recording. But also here, if you look at these... this image.
Yeah, this is another post we saw. When was this done? It was last year.
Here you go. December.
28th of December. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, if you look here, so like, he's put friendly, and hostile. So he's put, for example, it's like, if you look at his hostile creatures, right, he's put like poison frogs. Now, I could kind of see that, but at the same time, not, Like, if it's a frog, it's probably not going to be all that big. It's going to be very hard for you to bloody spot.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Rats as well, that would be kind of funny though. Like, imagine if there was a rat. As you see here, he's basically said if there was a rat, it would steal your food. So imagine every so often you saw a banana just disappear from your barrel, and you're like, hang on a minute.
It's this rat. Here it is.
Did you take a banana? And he's like, no, I didn't, I swear. It's just a rat on your board your ship, just chilling.
I feel like that isn't really Sea of Thieves kind of style. But
That's
it'd be
definitely
funny.
Not, but it would be very funny. It'd be
you
very
just see
funny.
a rat on your board. I mean, were rats... I'm trying to think. Was there ever a rat in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, there was, yeah.
Yeah?
But they weren't on ships. They weren't on ships, but...
You just go into the tavern and there's some rats chilling.
What were some of the friendly ones he was going on about?
Tortoise, turtles,
turtle, chicken,
whales, dolphins.
lizards.
I think dolphins would be really good.
Dolphins is a really nice addition. Whales, not so much, because that would potentially be a monster classified sort of creature. It'd be so big. But dolphins, yeah, I could definitely see those sort of going about. Sea crabs as well. Yes, I'd definitely love to see sea crabs. Now, or land crabs as well. That'd be imagine you see a land crab just like walking sideways from a bush, just
something
goes into the water.
Back at the beginning of Sea of Thieves, that was a thing.
I don't know.
Am I just having a Mandela effect?
I think you might be, but I sort of get where you're coming from.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that somewhere.
Just take a second to just think about how much more lively the game would be if you had all of those friendly creatures this guy's added
It would just
right
feel
here.
more engaging,
Just lizards.
wouldn't it?
You just see a little lizard on the rock. It's not much. It wouldn't have to be big. It'd just be a little lizard on the rock, just chilling, making a noise.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would make it more, like I said, engaging, because you jump off your ship, you fall off, you're not just in the deep abyss of the ocean. You got
With
some
nothing.
dolphins
It's just endless.
swimming
Yeah.
up to you. You got some sea turtles just
chilling.
just swimming around. You know, you got some turtles. Oh, wait, are turtles in the water? I don't know.
Yeah, they can be. But no, it's just like the addition of these animals. I think it should just be done. It should just be done.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it's I don't know how, like, for PC players, how much it would impact performance. I don't think it would be that much trying to render in, because you would
Couple of
only have
creatures,
to
yeah.
render in some creatures within a certain area of you, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you wouldn't render in.
every
Yeah, you
animal in-
wouldn't render in the entire map's worth of AI.
So you just, within a certain distance, you have some dolphins spawning around you and swimming around you.
Yeah.
And it just makes the game that more interactive and sort of like, oh, sorry, I hit my mic, and sort of just like you're actually there in a game. You're not just sailing. You know,
No, yeah, I was
if
just going to
makes
say
any
that.
sense.
Adding on to what we were talking about with the sea crabs. Now, obviously, we're talking about a lot of friendly stuff. So now we should go over a big hostile. Now, this
I've
is
got it
something that
open.
someone's posted right here. Now, this, I think, is a phenomenal idea. Only because we currently have a ship set, which is based on, the
have
whole
outfits as
crab
well.
look. You got outfits, yep. You have the cosmetics in the store that I've seen, I'm pretty sure, at one point. But just have a look. Not so much the skeleton and the chest there, because don't get me wrong, that still looks pretty good. But we're just focusing on the boss.
Focusing on the boss, yeah.
Imagine you see this thing, like you just see an everyday island. Because on the map, we know there are islands that aren't marked. So imagine if this is just another one of those islands where you're just sailing and you go, from my memory, I don't recall there ever being an island there. And then you sail within maybe 200-meter radius, and it just starts rising, and it pops out, and it's just that.
Yeah. You go
And it's just
underneath
coming
it,
to-
and
yeah.
it's mayhem underneath him, and it's just your ship's going over huge waves. And I mean, as you can see here, this is Ancient Spire Outpost. It could even be a normal island, like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, why is Crooks Hollow not on the map right now? Why
wonder.
is it not there?
Obviously, if they were going to do it as a main island shifting, it would be a lot more difficult because obviously every server would be different.
And you'd have to register or take into account, like, what if someone is doing an Athena voyage and they have a riddle for Crooks Hollow?
They have to go
but
there.
Crooks
Yeah,
Hollow's
that's
a
the
bloody
problem,
one of these. It would be difficult. So maybe
it'd be a bit of a problem.
islands.
So if you make it an unmarked island that just no one knows about, that's just there. It looks like a similar island that you've
different
been to,
spawns
but
around the map.
it's just completely different. You've never seen it before, and it just does that. But it would be nice to have a new sort of boss. I know we've got the Megalodon, we've got the Kraken, we've now got Flameheart, but when it comes to sea monsters, there's not a whole lot of variety. Megalodon's a piss easy to kill. I mean, in our first Tall Tale that we did with the Megalodon, it was harder than the current Megalodon.
Spawning him in.
Yeah, spawning him in and killing him was a lot longer than the current Megalodons.
Well, yeah, I don't know what they did that was different. They just made it more common.
I think killing a normal Megalodon you can kill it in like 2 or 3 minutes. Just cannon it.
You just lift the sails up.
Krakens you can run away from, or you can sink them as pretty much just as quick. 3 minutes, 4 minutes, shooting with tentacles.
You just do a 180 and then you're out of there.
Bring us something new.
Megalodons, you go near an island and he's not bothering you for another 10 minutes.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, obviously you'd have to do it with most of the AI because that's just how it works, but it's just...
I guess so.
Why can't we have something new? Obviously this would require a lot of put into it. The AI, the way it moves, the way it comes up.
Yeah, this would be an update in a year.
It would be an update in itself. This thing right here alone.
For the next anniversary update.
Yeah, that'd be so cool. And obviously, you see there, he's got some cosmetics there. So maybe if you kill it a certain amount of times, you could get these cosmetics.
Well, I think they would definitely do a reward for you
sinking it so many times.
Kill him so many times and you'd get a ship reward. You'd get a masthead or something.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe you get something new for your ship. Maybe you can place something at the very tip.
Seeing as we're on the topic of new monsters, let's go back to the ice region.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And let's go over what he thought of an idea for an actual
What?
creature. Now
it
this is one scary monster this guy came up with. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was in the ice region and I saw this thing flying around my ship, I wouldn't know what to do. Obviously, he'd come down for like a swoop attack and he'd hit the ship and create holes. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then you know how the Kraken sucks you in? He would pick you up. Can you imagine that? He swoops in and picks you up. Like, he makes a noise.
True,
if you don't get
true.
below deck, he swoops in and carries you and then drops you. That would be so cool. But I don't know if they'd ever integrate a bird. I don't know how they'd want to play around it. Because this would buff, essentially, the use of guns to attack it. And also cannons at a certain, height. It'd be very hard to hit him with a cannon. Because obviously he'd be pretty fast. He'd be in the air. But the cannon, if you do hit it, it would do severe damage.
I'm just reading what it says. You're not safe on islands anymore. Be careful on your next travels, as the infamous Pukai has sank the ship of several unfortunate pirates lately. Native of the Frozen Fangs, he was seen by terrified pirates beyond his regions lately. It attacks its prey on the seas and on land. Damn.
So this would be, as we've said just a couple of moments ago, that all the sea monsters currently, you can't be attacked if you go to an island. So you just kind of go, oh, I'm going to go to this island and see you later.
Hey, not this one.
No. But this is one that will be waiting for you on the islands. If you're unfortunate enough. Imagine you're running away from just people in general and you get on an island and this guy's just chilling up on top of the hill. I would be like, come on, man. But this would be really, it's something different to fight. I'd really enjoy it.
I mean, the only issue with some of this stuff is that it's not Sea of Thieves kind of.
No, but that's the thing.
Related.
So obviously this guy's art style is based on, making it super hyper. Like, he's made it hyper realistic. I mean, look at this damn thing.
Yeah.
But obviously, Sea of Thieves would make it more cartoony. Yes, but so they could fit it in. But the overall idea is pretty dope.
What else?
No, I mean, there's more stuff on this page. We'll quickly show it. We won't talk about it all too much, but this is another example that he's done here. So, frozen region, frozen sea monsters, or quote-unquote frozen big monsters that you fight. And then here, frozen skeleton AI.
You got the weapons, lord here.
You got the chest, you got the lord, you've got like the big boy, you got the mini skeletons, and they're all ice fiends. Yeah, and do you know what would be cool? You could make it so that fire bombs in this region are buffed for these skeletons. Make it so they do significant damage to these skeletons because it melts them. That'd be pretty cool.
Frozen skeletons freeze at the slightest touch. You have to melt their ice armor before damaging them. Use your lamp. Oh,
there
wow.
You go. Yeah.
Wow.
So you can throw a firebomb and it melts their sort of ice form, and you just take them out. Kind of cool.
With the chest, you're getting slower as you're holding the chest, slowly freezing because of its curse.
So you'd have to drop
forcing you
it.
to take a break and use your lamp to warm yourself up, or having a friend do it for you while you move.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Really cool ideas here. I don't know if he has anything else here. I think that's pretty much about it. Obviously, he just kind of has a couple of examples of skulls there and stuff that what could look like in the ice region. But other than that, so imagine this one guy did all of this concept art and we haven't seen a speck of an ice region. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I think the main thing to take away from this post is just that
we deserve a new region. Yeah, I think we deserve a new region. The map hasn't changed for a while now. We've got the molten area. The molten area didn't entice people to go there. It made people maybe go there for the first week. That's it. No one else bothered to go there. With all of these ideas this guy's put together, with an ice region, like I would want to go there for so long. I'd probably go there for weeks on end. Constantly go to this region.
Something that he's not even included is the fact that in the water, your ship could move slower, or there could be big icebergs.
That's what I'm saying. There'd be chunks of ice. You'd have to avoid it. I think we mentioned this before, that this ice region is a good idea because it could create a new way for you to evade people. So, for example, if you're a sloop and you're trying to evade a galleon, you could come to this ice region because there are loads of these blocks of ice just plopped in the water. And if you hit it, it'd be like hitting a rock. It creates holes, kind of stunts your movement. Whereas the sloop, agile, nimble, nice and smooth, just go straight through at a very good speed. Whereas the big ships, they'd have to pull up their sails, go nice and slow through it. It'd be a new dynamic.
True. It would give a way for sloops to...
Smaller ships to have an advantage in this region.
Yeah.
So it would make people of smaller ship size maybe go there for that reason. So that's more people already going there on a passive reason as such, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely go there.
I'd definitely go there.
And just to touch on what you were saying when you were talking about the Ashen area, they've even added this Ashen Expeditions event, which doesn't do anything for the game, where you can sell Ashen things for double the amount every Tuesday.
I still haven't seen people there.
No, people don't care. People just don't care.
No one cares.
The only thing that's good is Gold Rush, and
Gold Rush.
Like, I don't even actively play for Gold Rush. I just happen to sell stuff during Gold Rush.
Blimey, it's Gold Rush Day. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Like, what is this? Shark, can't you sell Megalodon meat for double the amount? Whatever.
Yeah, so pretty much just, I feel as though we do need something new. This post was 2 years ago. I don't know how we haven't seen a speck of anything on it. Kind of disappoints me, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it would a frozen region would fit in perfectly, and I don't see how they don't think it would.
Well, it just contrasts what they've added.
You've added in a fire region. You've got a normal region in the middle. Why can't you have up north a frozen region?
Well,
it doesn't make any sense.
Tell me this. Back in the day, when pirates were about, if they were, I don't actually know. Anyway, what's more likely for them to go through? Big frozen sea or a sea with volcanoes?
Everyone did expeditions back in those days. So people were doing, that's how the whole North Pole, South Pole, things like that were discovered. People did expeditions.
Okay, but how many volcanoes were they going through?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot.
And how many frozen seas were they going through?
Yeah, probably a fuck ton.
Probably more. So, like, what I'm saying is they prioritised a fire area, which was less likely
they don't. They don't really care about whole realistic and
I guess
all that sort of stuff. But add it, please. We need something new.
Add a new area that will.
We go around on Sea of Thieves, and
the game.
For the most part, it's kind of Resident Sleeper. I'll be honest. But if we had something like this added in, obviously it takes a long time. This might even be in the process of being made. We don't know.
Could be. But
this post was 2 years ago, so I highly doubt it. It's definitely not in my head that it's
probably
coming.
Got like flooded by other posts to the point where Rare aren't going to see it if they haven't already.
Yeah. It's just
so. I think we just need to. If you guys like the whole idea of this and the whole idea of a new area, you should. It would be good to sort of promote this post and.
I know we're definitely going to. I'm definitely going to bring it back up. We should definitely bring it back up. We should definitely repost it again on Reddit. Like, what happened to this?
Yeah.
Where did this go?
Tweet, like, if you think this is a really good idea and you agree on our opinions, whatever, just tweet this at them. Upvote Reddit post. Well, actually, I don't even think this is on Reddit. I think it's just on their forum. Go back to this forum post. I'll link it in the description. Oh, it's locked. Wow.
See?
Oh. I didn't even notice. Maybe someone can repost it. And we could all boost that. Whatever. Just get. I think the main thing that we're trying to do this video is bring ideas that people might not have thought of, or bring up old ideas to increase the games.
You know, something that can maybe get added soon, because we do feel as though it needs some. Don't get me wrong, with this whole new Steam release, it's definitely brought players, but how long are they really going to stick with the game when there's not a whole lot? They'll get Pirate Legend. They'll probably look at the Athena stuff and be like, maybe I could go for that. They'll probably try and grind for it, realize that it's a bit too long, and then they'd probably quit the game. I mean, I had a couple friends who, during the free week of the Xbox Game Pass, they played it for a couple days, but after those couple days, it was just kind of like they didn't know what else to do. And that's coming from new players. Don't get me wrong, we played since the start, so we kind of know what we kind of like kind of like grinding for a couple things here and there. But for a new player who just comes on and wants to see new stuff and new experiences, after a couple of days, you've done it all.
Yeah,
Really?
like I bumped into that Steam release player, asked him how the game was going. He had played it for like, I think he said 3 days, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm really enjoying the game." But we know that he probably
won't
isn't
last.
gonna feel that way for much longer.
No, it won't last. Obviously, when we first started playing the game, we were like, "This is insane." We literally played for like 3 days straight, 7 hours every day. I think it was.
And it's because they were adding new stuff as well.
Yeah, but then obviously now that nothing's really being added apart from like, you know, oh look, we got this new AI guy. I mean, cool, but the map hasn't changed.
I even remember during the beta, obviously, yes, or that whatever it was, the beta alpha, whatever. We played a lot, and then when it got released, I didn't have it for a while. But you and Naz, an old friend of, well, not even an old friend, a friend of ours, were playing, and then eventually I got the game. And we banged it out, but then I think, if I recall correctly, we stopped playing it, came back when the Megalodon came, did that event, maybe played for like a week after, left, came back when they did something else. I don't even remember what they did.
Yeah, these updates, don't get me wrong,
multiple month periods of time where we just don't play the game. Because it's like, okay, we're Pirate Legend, okay, cool, you're adding new cosmetics, but I have to go and catch 300 fish.
No, thank you.
No, I'm not coming on, catching 300 fish and going off. Anyway, I don't want this to turn into a rant kind of video.
Yeah, we've spoken about our bits. We've spoken about how we feel. So I think that pretty much cuts it to a close.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about anything else, such as pets or cosmetics, or do you want to bring that into a next video?
We could probably. I mean, you guys can see here. We got a little notepad. We got a couple of bits we want to talk about. We'll probably talk about it in another video. This one has been a bit long. We don't want to keep you sitting on your chair for like 40 minutes. But we voiced our opinion. We'd like to hear what you guys think. We'll post another video at some point talking about some additions we'd like to see, because those ones sort of there we had at the bottom, they might even get added by the time we do this next video, which will be probably in like a week, 2 weeks for the next sort of talk. I might already have that popping on the insider. We don't know. We don't really talk about the insider.
The next update will come out in a couple of weeks probably.
So you never know. Maybe some of that stuff pops on there. We're not quite sure. But until then, obviously, thanks for watching the video. Logic?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks guys for watching. If, like we said, if you agree, try and promote some ideas, get tweeting at them on Twitter, make Reddit posts, Sea of Thieves forum posts, just voice your opinion. That's the main thing that we can all do. If we sit here like, oh, that would be a cool idea, but then don't do anything about it, then they're not really going to hear about it, and the game's just going to sort of, in a way, stay stale for a month. Then a new update comes out. Like, I don't think many new players will have stuck around from this Haunted Shores update. But
not really.
Yeah, vocalize your opinion, whatever. Do all that stuff. Make sure to leave a like. It's very appreciated. We love your support. All the positive comments, they mean a lot. And
I mean, on our last video we got a lot, and
yeah, definitely.
We're gonna try and do more videos like that, but they won't be as long. They're gonna be maybe like 4-minute videos of edits, because it took us quite a while to do
that 10-minute video was 2 years worth of content.
yeah. So, I mean, 2 years worth of random content we had in between. At certain points. So getting stuff like that.
But yeah, I think that wraps it up.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah. See ya.